So let's say that you're now ready to submit your code. You've written something and you want to see what the autograder will give it. You can do that by coming here in Replit and downloading each of the files that that are part of the assignment. There we go. We'll download that one, this one, and this one. So those three files. And then if you go over to the assignment page, there's this big green submit button on the right. And if you click submit, it will ask you to select the files that you want to submit. So if you go to choose files, I will just change over to show you what the Finder looks like here. You're going to select all of the files that should be part of the submission, that are part of this assignment. And the way you do that on Mac is if you hold down the command button while you click on files, it lets you select multiple files. And I believe on Windows, you can use the control button. So you're going to select those three files or whatever files that they are for the assignment and click open in the bottom left corner. So I've done that here on my screen. Oops. Just a moment here as I do that. Yep, and so I've done that on my screen. And you can see they are listed here at the bottom. Monthly savings, numbers, and swap values. And I'll go ahead and click submit. And this will submit the files that you want to have tested. Now, a common thing you might want to do is resubmit. And I want to show you something to be careful of. So if you go back here, you make some other change. You actually want to say print. My program isn't working. Frowny face. And now, if you want to submit this, you would go here and try downloading again. But notice the name that gets downloaded is monthlySavings1.py. So I'm going to download all three of these. And the reason that happens is because if we look at our Finder window, there already exists a swapvalues.py file, and so your computer can't name another file the same exact thing. So it appends a 1 at the end in parentheses. And what will happen is if you try submitting one of those files by either clicking submit again in the top right corner or just going back to the assignment page and clicking the submit button, well, let's just see. Let's try it out. So if I come here and I select my three new files, because these are the newest ones that contain my newly updated code, and I click the open button, whoops, select all three here. So numbers 1, monthly savings 1, and swap values 1, and you click submit, you'll see that Python will actually Mimir will actually complain because it's looking for files with the same names as in the starter code. And so what you have to do is before re-downloading more files from Replit, you need to go ahead and delete the ones you previously downloaded. So I'm going to delete all 6 of these here. And this way, if I go back to Replit, now when I download my files, they have the same name as in the starter code. Download all 3. Their numbers, monthly savings, and swap values. So I can come back here and choose those files. As you can see here in the Finder window, 1, 2, 3. And if I click the open button in the bottom right corner, those appear here. And now submitting them lets you have your next submission kind of graded. You can see the submission history up here. If you run into any problems, just let us know on Piazza and we'll be happy to help. We can go back to using the Mimir IDE as soon as it's fixed, but until then, this will be our workaround. Thanks for your patience, and it's actually kind of good that you're learning multiple tools here because you can also see all of these are interchangeable. The Mimir IDE, the Replit IDE. There are also IDEs that you can download so that things aren't in the cloud, like VS Code, and you're welcome to use those as well and submit in the same way that I just showed you here. See you in class.